the hallways were like this, and they were dark. So when somebody was trying to attack me, I had to be able to move and go around and work. You're doing too much backward motion, and when I'm coming to talk to you, like I'm trying to, what's going on with you, all right? You got to keep moving. Don't ever stop like that. Because this is what I want you to think about. There's two types of criminals. There's a poor criminal. He's trying to rob you because he need a drug. Then there's a criminal that got money. He got so much money that regardless of where you put him at, he already got lawyers. He a drug dealer. Now, when that guy comes up to you and you give him some sort of energy to feed back, that's what he wants. Because his ego already believes that he rules the world. So the moment you engage in that energy, you done just gave him what he wants. What you got to do is be polite to him. Because you done just switched his mind up. He don't know, like, you done just, he coming for energy. Oh, okay, how you doing? See what happens? It's that simple. So now while we doing this motion, when you block, move. Block, then single hand go. Boom. Single hand go. Move. And turn the corner when you do it. Real slow. Because watch. So you want to be so soft and gentle. I'm in love with you. Be intimate with your person. We good? Let's go. Work, people. Make it stop. Now you just did it. All right. you just did it. There you go. That's it. Watch that foot. I just stepped on your foot.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Is it good?
Oh, that's right.
Thank you. Okay, so now we good. Everything's about, put your hands up. What's up with you, man? You good, baby? Everything's about touch and feel. So once you block, you want to ride him wherever he's going. You want to ride him. Just move, do something. See, I know where he's going. So I can throw whatever I want to throw. I'm going to give you a suggestive technique, but in street combat, the technique that you develop is your technique. Whatever I'm giving you, throw out the door. Because if you try to remember what I'm showing you, once you go out there, it's not going to save your life. I'm trying to build like music. Making sense? Yes, so he comes, boom. What I would do, bang, with the elbow right there. My hand is already there. So I would grab the hair. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I grab the hair, and I'm going to go to the face. From the face, I'm going to go to the thigh right there. So one more time, nice and slow. Sorry. Shoo. Cut. Bang. And this goes like that. And grab his head. Knee to his face. And then to the thigh. Yep. Go. Shoo. Boom. Bang. There you go. Good. And move. Okay? But keep that motion. Stand up on your feet. There you go. Roll. Now watch. When you working good. We're going to hit something. Hey, roll over that. See that? I'm doing so much. Can't see that light touch. When you're going too much, hang. Yeah. Let's work. Come on. Good. Thank you. Come on. Work. Keep working. There we go. Come on. Go. Okay, so I showed you the downward prayer smack. It's the same thing of what you just did. It's the same thing that a boxer do. That's what this is. You doing a jumping jack, guess what we did? Okay, so now we're going to go to the next drill. Now he's coming. Give me double. I'm coming up like that. From there, I'm going with my two thumbs right to his eyes. Once again, he comes up, ding, and I'm riding right there. Once I go in there, I'm going to cut with the elbow. And I'm going to sling his face down like that. People, this is what I learned from my master in China. Psych, I ain't learned this from no master. It's all based on rhythm. Because he comes, eyes cut, rake, bang. One more time, slow motion. Oh, hey, whang. Let's go. Ran away. I'm honestly, please, I'm not trying to scare you, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful. But what I'm trying to show you is something that ain't no dojo going to show you. This ain't Krav. If I wanted to go in the woods and I wanted to go in the military, I would learn Krav. But most people in the military and policemen come to that hood, they get killed. Okay? The reason why a shootout breaks out in our neighborhood and the police don't come because they say let them kill themselves and we'll go in afterwards. Because when you come in your malls, they are right there in your mall, in your school. It ain't in the projects no more. It's in your neighborhood. I live in a wealthy, great community. I see people going to the gym 3 o'clock in the morning like the world is like, what you done got like suburbanized? Why would you do that? Don't, at some point in time in what you do, please, I'm asking you, don't play with this one. Be serious about this one. Because most people ain't going to expose you to this level. It's probably only one person that came up with me that's alive today, and that's me. 20 times. My best in the face, in the chest, in the eyes, and he's gone. Now that's why we don't play with this. We want to know how to rhythmically flow, and we want to know when we walking through that mall and some guy who got over $100,000 from doing whatever he do, walking through there shopping because he want to feel like the suburbs, and he happened to have his girlfriend with him, and you happen to bump into her, and she like, who she thinks she is, and she grab your hand and begin to drag you across the ground, what are you going to do? While her 3 girlfriends stomping you in the face. She's going off to college for dance. My whole family got black belts. But there's a difference. That don't work in the hood. So try to like go in there. Let's switch. Right. Okay, everybody watch here. Stop for a second. The reason why it's hard to teach real stuff, whenever the man holds the pads for the one person, the pad person got to be working like he's really fighting. If not, it's impractical. Because whenever you throwing punches and he's just standing there doing this, or if you just stick your hand out, there's no energy. You need energy. That self-defense is self-defense. You only defend when something's threatening you. So you cannot do a technique if this is no threat. It got to be a threat. Yes. So you got to go so the muscle can react on the energy. So go to him. Follow that flow. Go. Yes. Now what I want you to do, I want you to give me more of a circle. One more time. Take him in a circle. And make him lose his balance. Go! Circle him! Yes! Hey! See what we said? Thank you, sir! Let's go, people. All right, so we rolling. We doing good. They'll tell you, all right, everybody, you're doing a good job. We'll show you something else. So watch, Mr. Wayne. Just squeeze right there. Yeah, it's a muscle.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Oh, yes, sir. There you go.
So she punches like at me. Do I go with this?
Oh, okay. When you're here, you got muscle right there. You gotta get skinned, yeah. No. You grab. It's like your mommy did, but I need you to shock your sister. All right, you fellas, shock your sister. Okay, quick second. So everybody, stop. We flowing. So you see what I'm trying to do? Street combat is about shocking the system. Once I shock you, I got you. But it takes less. When we go to tournaments and we spar, I always tell my oldest son he got less than a second to win. Can you imagine the energy and the height that he got? We got less than a second to know what to do. We always want the predator to try to catch up with us. We don't want to try to catch up with him. I don't need to show you 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All I got to do is show you a little thing, and you got to build on that. Bruce Lee, you know, we study martial arts, our system of martial arts, so we can learn a structured way and get our black belt. But the thing that really makes us an extraordinary black belt is to go beyond the belt in the system. Bruce Lee says all truth is outside the system. So everybody should have their own street combat. Your size, your personality, and everything. So when we come together, in my school, I always say my black belts can always get me if I'm caught sleeping. I make them to be better than me. So once I start working out and getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm in trouble because they're going to be knocking me around. And I know that's the same way Master Taylor pushed you guys. So we want to always have an unadjustable style. The hardest person to spar with is a what? A white belt. Because he's so unorthodox, he don't know what to do. He be kicking you in places where you know he ain't supposed to be kicking at, and you tell him to stop. But really, in actuality, that's what you need, because that's the street. Making sense? Face each other. All right, Mr. You're the attacker. You're going to attack him, walk by him and smack him. Go. And then go. You're doing it just like that, and go. Work. Keep going, keep going. Bring him on down, control him. Yes, go. Right there, yes. Okay, good. One thing I don't like to do, I don't like to lock people. I don't like to do jiu-jitsu on the street because it locks me in a position where I can't move. So if I put you, just go down with me. If I did something like this and I had you down here, what I'm more or less concerned with is who's around. Because he probably got some friends around. So I got to be able to move you around. I would rather hit you with a knee or a strike or something like that. And at the same time, I got to watch because you might be trying to do jiu-jitsu on me. The one thing we don't think about with jiu-jitsu, there's rocks, glass, poop, pee all on the ground. Now, if you don't like the sweat and if you don't like your hands to go in all that, the last thing you do want to be rolling down on the street. If you happen to be rolling on the street and somebody trying to do that and trying to lock me, I'm going to pick up a rock or a piece of glass and I'm going to stick you with it. That's going to break all that up. I'm not trying to fight. I want to get out. I don't like fighting. I want to live long. Anybody want to fight? No. Okay. All right, so let's do that 2 more times. I'm going to show you another time. Okay, here's our next drill. Everybody line up. Let's look this way. All right. Everybody stand up while I'm talking to you, please. Look at me. Everybody standing wrong. Don't move. You would never be caught standing like that in a real conversation. Nobody. Look at your stance. If you ever having a conversation or moving around or talking to somebody on the street and you're standing right there, when that opponent goes out to attack you, what are you going to have to do? So I'm going to pull out a gun. See, right now, I'm not going to pull out a gun because you don't know what I'm going to do. I don't want him to pull a weapon. I want to try to maintain that control. I don't want him to, I call it soften up. That's not the term I use. You should always stand like this. Because when you're talking to your kid, it's like, don't you? Now try to talk to your kid. Johnny, look at me. Because if you move, you got to move. So what we're going to do, this is our natural stance. We call it a street combat stance. Everybody, look this way. And then we switch our hands up. Just a natural stance. Just make it natural like you talking to somebody. Relax. Switch the other side. Now, from right there, from our street combat stance, we call this non-threatening stance. That's our surrender stance. Street combat, you no trouble. Now stay there. That hand stays there. The key to combat is this. If I want to get you, I got to get around there. This is the scope of your gun. Keep moving. Move. That's how you need to be. Okay? Let's try it. Hands up. No, stay down here. I'm going to just stand from that position. Hands up. Stay there. I'm moving, though. Let me get around. When I go all the way this way, switch stances. Keep your elbow slightly bent, arm slightly bent. All right, so we're going to break. Before we bring it to a close, I'm going to show you one more technique. We call this 13 elbow count. There's only 13 elbow techniques you will ever use. Okay? Put our hand out here. We have 1. I'm going across an angle like that. Look at see my hand? Make sure when I go across, my hand comes up to my face like this. One more time, let's go. 1. Be loose with it. Do it again, go. 1. One more time, angle, go. 1. Yes. 1. All right, so now, 1, 2, go. Remember, when you go those elbows, it's coming across this way. And the next one is coming across this temple, like that, okay? No, down, like that. Yes. Start from the beginning, let's go. Move, 1, 2. Then change. 3, 4, then change. Straight up and down, 5, 6, change. 7, 8, change. Start again, go. 1, 2, change. 3, 4. Now go start from the beginning for me. Make sure when that elbow comes, it comes here, and then it comes right there. That's what you do.